In a distant part of the galaxy, the Galactic Council was having a meeting. The room was filled with alien leaders from various planets. They discussed many things, but one topic kept coming up: Earth. Most of them laughed and called it a backwater planet. They thought humans were too primitive to do anything significant. On Earth, in a hidden laboratory, Dr. Aisha Khan sat in front of her computer, staring at data that made her heart race. She was a brilliant scientist, but no one outside her small team believed in her ideas. Aisha had been working day and night to study an ancient piece of alien technology she had discovered. It looked like a small box covered in strange symbols. She believed it could open a portal to other dimensions, something no one on Earth had ever done. Her team included Sam, a talented engineer, and Lily, a skilled mathematician. They gathered around the glowing device, excitement buzzing in the air. "Are you sure this will work?" Sam asked, adjusting his glasses. "What if we just blow up the lab?" Aisha smiled, her eyes shining with determination. "It won't blow up! We just need to follow the instructions I found in the old texts. This is our chance to show the galaxy that Earth is more than just a backwater." As they began to work, Aisha felt a mix of hope and fear. If they succeeded, they could change how the galaxy saw humanity. But if they failed, they would be ridiculed forever. Hours passed, and Aisha's heart raced as they neared the final steps. "Get ready," she called out. Sam and Lily adjusted their stations, their hands trembling with excitement. Aisha pressed the last button. The device hummed loudly and a bright light filled the room. Suddenly the lights flickered and the ground shook. The team watched in awe as a swirling portal opened in front of them, shimmering with colors they had never seen before. "We did it!" Lily shouted, her face glowing with happiness. They could hardly believe their eyes. Aisha had opened a multiverse portal. But as they cheered, a voice echoed through the lab. It was a warning, a voice from the ancient texts. "Be careful. The portal can bring both good and bad things. Keep it under control!" Aisha's excitement turned to caution. What if something dangerous came through? Just then, a flicker of movement caught their attention. Something was emerging from the portal. Aisha felt her heart stop. What if it was a monster? She stepped closer, trying to see. Suddenly, a strange creature leaped into the room. It was large and covered in scales, with sharp claws and glowing eyes. The creature let out a terrifying roar that echoed off the walls. "Close the portal!" Sam yelled, panic in his voice. Aisha quickly grabbed the controls, her hands shaking. But before she could react, the creature lunged at her team. They all scrambled back, fear flooding the room. "Think, Aisha! What do we do?" Lily shouted, her voice trembling. Aisha took a deep breath. She remembered the old texts. There had to be a way to control it. She pressed buttons frantically, trying to find the right sequence to close the portal. As she worked, the creature advanced, its eyes locked on them. "We can't let it escape the lab," Aisha thought. Finally, she found the right button and pressed it. The portal began to close, but not before the creature charged at them. In a flash, Aisha grabbed a nearby metal rod and swung it at the creature. She hit it hard, and the creature stumbled back, allowing Aisha to complete the sequence. The portal closed with a loud bang, leaving them in a darkened room, breathing heavily. The team stood frozen, shocked by what had just happened. They had opened a portal and brought a creature from another dimension into their lab. "This is not just science," Aisha whispered, looking at her team. "We have opened a door to the unknown. We need to be ready for whatever comes next." As they caught their breath, Aisha felt a spark of determination. If they could open a portal, they could change how the galaxy saw humanity. But they needed to be careful. The galaxy might be watching, and they could not let Earth be called a backwater any longer. The challenge ahead was daunting, but Aisha and her team were ready to face it. They had taken the first step into a new world, and they were not going to back down now. After the chaotic events of the portal opening, Dr. Aisha Khan and her team stood in the dim light of the lab, their hearts still racing. The strange creature they had seen was gone, but the weight of what had just happened hung heavy in the air. Aisha glanced at her team, each face reflecting a mix of excitement and fear. "What just happened?" Sam asked, running his fingers through his hair. "Did we really just open a portal to another dimension? And what was that creature?" "We need to gather more data," Aisha replied, determination shining in her eyes. "We can't let fear stop us. This is a chance to learn about the multiverse. We have to understand what we're dealing with." They quickly set to work, recording everything they could about the portal's energy readings. Aisha was eager to find out more about the strange creature they had encountered. What if it was a harmless being from another universe? Or worse, what if it was dangerous? Meanwhile, news of the portal's opening spread like wildfire. The world watched in awe as videos of the swirling energy and the creature circulated online. Governments and military leaders started to take notice, and many called for immediate action. In a matter of days, a team from the United Nations arrived at the lab, eager to see the phenomenon for themselves. Among the visitors was a tall, elegant alien named Zaroth. He had smooth, green skin and large, expressive eyes that sparkled with curiosity. Zaroth was a diplomat from a nearby planet, and he was intrigued by Earth and its recent advancements. As he entered the lab, Aisha felt a mix of excitement and nerves. Would he believe their story? Would he think they were just foolish humans playing with things they didn't understand? "Greetings, humans," Zaroth said, his voice calm and soothing. "I have come to learn about the energy readings from this portal. It has attracted attention from many worlds." Aisha stepped forward, eager to explain. "We discovered ancient technology that allows us to open a portal to other dimensions, but we need help to understand it. A creature came through, and we are worried it could happen again." Zaroth listened intently. "I understand your concerns. The multiverse is vast and unpredictable. You may have stumbled upon something very powerful," Sam chimed in, "but we're not ready for this. We barely managed to close the portal after that creature appeared." Zaroth nodded. "You are right to be cautious. However, I can help you. My people have studied the multiverse for centuries. Together we can explore this technology safely." Aisha felt a spark of hope. Perhaps this alien could guide them and prevent any more dangerous incidents. "What do you propose?" she asked. "First, I suggest we set up a system to monitor the portal's energy levels. This way we can predict any unexpected events," Zaroth replied. "Next, we should gather information about the creature that came through. It might have valuable insights into the multiverse itself." With a plan in place, Aisha and her team worked alongside Zaroth. They set up new equipment, tracking energy fluctuations and analyzing data from the portal. As the days passed, they built a strong partnership with the alien diplomat. But while they worked together, the Galactic Council was not idle. News of Earth's portal had reached them, and they were divided. Some members wanted to keep Earth isolated, fearing the humans would unleash chaos. Others believed they should welcome humanity into the galactic community. One evening, while Aisha, Sam, and Zaroth were deep in their studies, alarms blared throughout the lab. Red lights flashed, and the screen showed a massive surge of energy from the portal. "Something is coming through!" Aisha shouted, rushing to the controls. Zaroth's eyes widened, and Sam's face went pale. As the portal began to open again, the team braced themselves for another encounter. This time, they had to be ready. "Prepare for anything!" Aisha yelled, her heart racing. The swirling energy grew stronger, and then, to their shock, a figure stepped through the portal. It was unlike anything they had seen before. A tall being with shimmering skin and multiple arms, radiating a powerful aura. "Who dares to summon me?" the figure demanded, its voice echoing through the lab. Aisha, Sam, and Zaroth exchanged worried glances. They had no idea what this being was or what it wanted. They had opened the portal, but now they faced the consequences. "Stay calm," Aisha whispered, taking a deep breath. They had to find a way to communicate. If they wanted to learn about the multiverse, they needed to understand this unexpected visitor. The tall figure stood in the lab, its multiple arms moving gracefully as it surveyed the room. Aisha, Sam, and Zaroth stared in awe, unsure of what to do. The atmosphere was thick with tension, and the air crackled with energy from the portal. The mysterious being radiated a strange power, and Aisha felt a mix of fear and curiosity. "Who dares to summon me?" the creature repeated, its voice booming yet strangely melodic. It took a step forward, its eyes locking onto Aisha. "I am Xenar, a guardian of the multiverse. Speak quickly, for I do not have all day." Aisha swallowed hard but managed to find her voice. "We are Dr. Aisha Khan, Sam, and Zaroth. We did not intend to summon you. We are scientists, exploring a portal that connects our world to others." She glanced at Sam and Zaroth, who nodded in support. Xenar tilted its head, clearly intrigued. "Scientists? You dare to play with forces beyond your understanding? Many have tried and failed." Aisha took a step closer, determination shining in her eyes. We know the risks, but we want to learn. We want to understand the multiverse and how to use this technology safely. Zynar studied her for a moment, then relaxed slightly. Your courage is commendable. Most beings tremble in fear when confronted with the unknown. But do you understand the responsibilities that come with this knowledge? Yes, Sam replied, stepping forward. We understand that there are dangers, but there are also opportunities. If we can work together, we can protect our world and learn from others. Zynar nodded, its eyes narrowing thoughtfully. Very well, I will give you a chance. I can be your ally, but you must prove yourselves worthy. The multiverse is not a playground. It is filled with wonders and terrors. Aisha felt a rush of relief and excitement. Thank you, Zynar. What do we need to do? First, you must stabilize the portal, Zynar instructed. It fluctuates too much. Without control, it can attract unwanted attention from beings who wish to exploit it. With Zynar's guidance, the team worked tirelessly to improve the portal's stability. Zaroth used his knowledge of energy manipulation, while Sam worked on the mechanical components. Aisha monitored the readings, ensuring they didn't lose control again. As they labored, Zynar shared tales of the multiverse. It spoke of worlds with giant forests, oceans of light, and cities made of crystal. Each story filled Aisha's imagination with possibilities. The multiverse was vast, and they were just scratching the surface. Days turned into weeks, and the bond between the humans and Zynar grew stronger. They laughed together, shared meals, and learned from each other. Aisha admired Zynar's wisdom, while Sam was fascinated by its abilities. Can you show us more about the multiverse? He asked one evening. What are the other worlds like? Zynar smiled, a rare expression. Perhaps one day I will take you on a journey. But first, we must ensure that your portal is safe. Just when they felt they were making progress, a dark shadow fell over their lab. One evening, as they were working late, alarms blared again. Red lights flashed, and the screens showed a large ship approaching Earth. It's a military vessel, Sam shouted, panic rising in his voice. They're here to take control of the portal! Aisha's heart raced. We can't let them do that. They'll misuse the technology. Zynar's expression turned serious. You must stand together. They will not understand the risks. They will see only power. As the ship landed outside, the team quickly gathered their tools and prepared for what was to come. Aisha looked at Zynar. Can you help us defend our lab? We can't let them take our research. Zynar nodded, its eyes glowing with determination. I can create a shield to protect this place, but you must buy me time. When the shield is up, we can negotiate. With a plan in place, Aisha and her team positioned themselves at the entrance of the lab, ready to confront the intruders. Sam took a deep breath, clutching a wrench like a weapon. We can't let them intimidate us, he said, his voice steady. This is our work, our future. Just then, the door burst open and a group of soldiers stormed in. They were armed and wore stern expressions. The leader stepped forward, pointing a weapon at Aisha. You are under arrest for unauthorized experimentation with multiversal technology. Aisha stood tall, refusing to back down. We are not doing anything illegal. We're trying to protect Earth. The soldier sneered. You think you can control this power? You're playing with forces beyond your understanding. Zynar's voice echoed in the lab, filling the space with a strong presence. You do not understand. This technology is not a weapon. It is a tool for knowledge and peace. The soldiers hesitated, confusion flickering in their eyes. Aisha seized the moment. Join us! We can work together to explore this technology safely. As tensions rose, Aisha hoped they would see reason. They had come too far to let fear control the future. The multiverse awaited, and they had allies now. Together they could face whatever challenges lay ahead. The tension in the lab was thick as the soldiers surrounded Aisha and her team. Zynar stood tall beside them, ready to defend Earth's newfound knowledge. The leader of the soldiers, a stern woman with a buzz cut, pointed her weapon at Aisha, her eyes cold and unyielding. Stand down, she commanded, her voice echoing in the confined space. You have no idea what you're dealing with. That portal could bring destruction to your world. Aisha felt her heart pound in her chest. She had to stay calm and fight for their right to explore the multiverse. We're not trying to destroy anything. We want to understand the portal, to explore safely. We can help protect Earth together. The soldiers exchanged uneasy glances. They seemed unsure of their mission. Aisha seized the opportunity. Look, we opened the portal and encountered a guardian from another universe. Zynar is here to help us. We can learn so much from each other. Zynar stepped forward, its presence commanding respect. I am Zynar, guardian of the multiverse. We are not enemies. I can show you worlds beyond your imagination, but we need your cooperation. The soldier leader hesitated, lowering her weapon slightly. And what guarantee do we have that you're not a threat? Because we are all here for the same reason, to protect our worlds, Aisha replied. We have seen the dangers of the multiverse, and we want to ensure that Earth remains safe. But we can't do that if you take control of our research. Suddenly, a voice crackled through the soldier's communication device. Commander, we have reports of an energy spike near the portal. Something is coming through! The commander's eyes widened with alarm. Get ready! Secure the area! Aisha felt a surge of panic. If something comes through that portal, it could be dangerous. We need to work together. Before anyone could react, the portal began to pulse with bright colors, and a loud roar echoed from its depths. The ground shook, and a dark shadow emerged, taking form in the lab. A massive creature, covered in scales and glowing eyes, stepped through the portal. Zynar raised its arms, and a shimmering shield surrounded Aisha and her team. Stay behind me! It commanded, focusing its energy on the creature. The soldiers, taken aback by the creature's size and power, aimed their weapons at it. The commander shouted, Fire! Take it down! Gunfire erupted in the lab, but the bullets bounced off Zynar's shield. Aisha felt a rush of hope as she watched the shield hold strong. Don't shoot! We don't know if it's hostile! She yelled, her voice strained. The creature roared again, its eyes narrowing at the soldiers. Zynar's shield flickered, but it remained intact. This creature is not our enemy. It has come to protect the multiverse, Zynar explained. Aisha stepped forward, her heart racing. We can communicate! It might be frightened. She reached out a hand, trying to connect with the creature. We mean you no harm. We are explorers. To her surprise, the creature paused, its glowing eyes focusing on Aisha. It seemed to sense her sincerity. Slowly, it lowered its head, letting out a deep rumble that resonated through the lab. The soldiers were in shock, unsure of what to do. The commander lowered her weapon slightly, confusion etched on her face. What is happening? She muttered. Zynar spoke again, its voice calm yet powerful. This creature is a protector of the multiverse. It came to warn you of a greater threat. The beings that seek to exploit the portal for their own gain. Aisha's mind raced. So there are others out there who want to control the portal? We need to prepare. The creature nodded, its eyes conveying understanding. The energy of your portal has attracted attention. They will come, and they will not be friendly. Just then, a blaring alarm echoed in the lab. Incoming ships detected! Multiple signatures, a voice announced over the intercom. Panic erupted among the soldiers. We have to get out of here, one shouted. Not yet, Aisha cried. We need to defend the lab and the portal. Zynar's shield shimmered brighter, enveloping everyone in a protective barrier. I can hold the shield, but you must prepare to fight. Together we can protect this world. With a newfound sense of purpose, Aisha turned to the soldiers. We need everyone's strength to defend Earth. If we work together, we can keep this knowledge safe. The soldiers exchanged determined glances, and the commander nodded. All right, we'll fight together. We'll protect our planet! As the first ship landed outside, Aisha felt a surge of hope. They were no longer just scientists and soldiers, they were allies united against a common threat. With Zynar leading the way, they prepared to face the coming battle, ready to defend their world and the secrets of the multiverse. In that moment, Aisha realized that the future was uncertain, but they were stronger together. Whatever lay ahead, they would face it as one. The battle for Earth raged on outside the lab. Aisha, Zynar, and the soldiers stood united, their hearts pounding as the enemy ships descended from the sky. Explosions rocked the ground, and the air was filled with the sounds of laser fire and chaos. But in that moment of uncertainty, they had each other. Zynar's shimmering shield held strong, protecting them from the onslaught. We must push forward, Zynar shouted, its voice steady amidst the noise. Our strength lies in unity. Aisha nodded, feeling the weight of responsibility on her shoulders. We need to fight back! Let's show them we won't back down! The soldiers rallied around her, adrenaline fueling their determination. The commander shouted orders, her voice cutting through the chaos. Form a line! Protect the portal at all costs! Aisha positioned herself alongside Sam and Zaroth, feeling the energy of their friendship and teamwork. She looked at the sky, where enemy ships loomed ominously, their cannons ready to fire. We need to disable those ships. If we can create a distraction, Zynar can hold the shield. Zynar nodded, its eyes glowing with energy. I will concentrate on the shield. You must act quickly. With a plan in place, Aisha, Sam, and Zaroth sprinted toward the entrance of the lab, dodging debris and explosions. As they reached the door, they could see the enemy soldiers spilling out of their ships, advancing toward them with weapons drawn. Stay low, Sam shouted, and they ducked behind a fallen piece of machinery for cover. Aisha's heart raced as she glanced at Sam. We need to create a diversion. Maybe we can use the portal. Zaroth's eyes lit up with an idea. If we can redirect the energy from the portal, it might overload and create a blast that distracts them. Aisha felt a surge of excitement. Let's do it! But we need to make sure it's safe. They hurried back inside the lab, where Zynar's shield shimmered brightly, protecting them from the incoming fire. Are you ready? Zynar asked, its voice calm. Time is running out. Let's do it, Aisha replied, her voice firm. They gathered around the portal controls, quickly adjusting the settings to redirect the energy. Aisha focused, her hands moving over the buttons, her mind racing with possibilities. Outside, the enemy soldiers were gaining ground, pushing closer to the lab. The commander shouted, Hold the line! We can't let them breach the shield! As the portal hummed with energy, Aisha felt the surge of power. It's working. On my mark, we'll overload the portal. Ready? Sam said, his face set with determination. Now! Aisha shouted, and they pressed the final button together. A burst of energy erupted from the portal, sending a shockwave through the air. The energy rippled outward, creating a brilliant flash of light. The enemy soldiers halted, momentarily blinded by the brightness. It was the distraction they needed. Go, go, go! The commander yelled, leading the charge as they surged forward, taking advantage of the confusion. Zynar held the shield, redirecting the energy to protect them. The blast from the portal sent enemy ships spiraling away, their systems failing. Aisha felt a rush of triumph. They were winning! With renewed vigor, Aisha and her team pushed forward, taking down enemy soldiers with precision. The bond they shared made them unstoppable. They fought fiercely, their determination shining through as they defended their home. After what felt like an eternity, the last of the enemy forces retreated, their ships fleeing into the sky. Aisha stood panting, adrenaline coursing through her veins. They had done it, they had defended Earth. The soldiers cheered, their voices echoing in the lab. We did it! We held them off! The commander turned to Aisha, a proud smile on her face. You were right. Working together made all the difference. As the dust settled, Zynar lowered its shield, its eyes softening. You have proven yourselves worthy allies. Together you have protected your world. Aisha looked around at her friends and the soldiers, a wave of relief washing over her. This is just the beginning. We have so much to learn and explore. With the threat gone, they gathered to discuss their next steps. Aisha spoke passionately. The multiverse is waiting for us. We can use the knowledge we've gained to protect Earth and help other worlds. We can be a force for good. Zynar nodded. I will help you explore the multiverse. Together, we can create a network of allies. The strength of the multiverse lies in unity. As the team planned their future, Aisha felt a sense of hope blossom within her. They had faced danger and come out stronger. The multiverse was vast, and the adventures ahead filled her with excitement. They had fought for Earth and won, but now they would embark on a new journey together. Aisha looked into the eyes of her friends and allies, knowing that whatever lay ahead, they would face it together. A new beginning awaited them, and with it, endless possibilities.